10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant pick. Grimstroke.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
So, I mean, I'm hoping they have a
backup.
They have I guess like they have more strats in mind for this end.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
This is especially annoying too, because set plays it, not the position 4. Usually when there's a Magnus, you can like fast tempo and like have such a huge advantage from the early mid.
You don't have to deal with the untouchable, and OG going to pick up a faceless void.
And Grimstroke, that's amazing against Tide. Like these,
No, this is a very hard Tide game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very hard Tide.
No, Ogre is one of the few heroes that can actually like solo versus Ench for a long time. Especially if you you're really on point. And even if you played as a 5, like you're not really taking. You're gonna get kicked out. So like I'm just waiting for. Strongest pick right now. But yeah, I'm feeling like this Tide is very awkward. Like OG, they were very ready for this Tide item. Yeah.
No real surprise here. Liquid go back to the Templar Assassin, and to be fair, the loss in the previous game was her first loss on the main stage.
Yeah.
So it's not like the hero is bad by any means, but Liquid are definitely gonna do about it, but they kept winning.
I mean, they didn't win the finals though, did they?
That's true.
No,
This is the finals of TI also.
Yeah, because I wanted to say like, I hope Liquid like really relax with this Templar Assassin now. Like either pick it super late or don't pick it at all. Because a lot of, I'm guessing they're gonna ban Monkey King now, so like they don't have to deal with that. But because that hero, it's not the same hero. Like before, she used to win the lanes, and then like farming, like you're more okay with farming. If you lose the lane and then you go to farm jungle, like versus a team like OG, that can be rough.
And it's not like Liquid have any particularly strong roamers to help her accelerate that lane that quickly. Ogre Magi most likely going to be played in the core role, and Rubik, you know, telekinesis cooldown is way too much to expect to get any ganks on the mid lane.
It should be a Tide 3 and Ogre.
Yeah, probably an Ogre 5.
Oh, okay.
No, because I'm thinking OG will switch this Tiny to a 4 now. I don't think that's one of Tiny's probably worst matchups meant to like in how Thompson wants to play.
Right.
Because he wants to run in the, like he just wants to run on the other side, and he's just running in traps.
What's a good Thompson hero other than Monkey King? Because for sure it has to be banned.
Yeah.
Maybe Pogna?
Yeah. No, I'm curious to see it. I mean, he might just play the Tiny again. They did win that game before. No, I mean, actually they lost the game. They could have won that game, the first game,
Yeah,
where it was Tiny versus Temper.
I think like this Tiny void combo, Tiny has to be played on like carry or mid.
Yeah, it does help a lot.
Yeah. Because like the Aghanim data list is so great game breaking. It can't be played on offlane.
Even Liquid are baffled, burning a lot of their reserve time for this final ban. They really want to protect this Templar Assassin.
I really want to see what Liquid are thinking too.
I think they're talking about like if the monkey is worth banning or not.
Yeah.
Because Tiny offlane or Enchantress offlane, I think they're saying they can deal with it.
Bruh. Okay, they finally got the Monkey King. A lot of deliberation for that one. Now they got 30 seconds to pick a Juggernaut.
Okay. It's all right. Like he'll be bloodlusted, he'll get a lot of last hits. Eventually though, you will get kicked out by this A&AShop Doom. I mean, it's not the dream pick, but it's playable.
And I guess against this Faceless Void, you may not have to be too concerned about your healing ward getting killed.
Yeah. No, it's a decent healing ward. I mean, A&AShop can be annoying. She buys a lot of like
ranged items.
Yeah, Liquid can definitely stop.
Okay, there we go. You call it, right?
Yeah, I call it.
You call it. You call it.
It's really great with Grimstroke. The other team cannot hit the Phantom's. What is it? Phantom's Embrace?
Yeah, if you decrepify the unit, then you just literally can't hit it off. And another reason why Grimstroke was likely picked is because it's a silence that can't get purged off by Kraken Shell. Yeah. You put that on the Tidehunter.
No, this is the nightmare Tidehunter game. Like, if he just gets to Arcane Boots Blink or like Face Boots Blink,
you'll be impressed.
No, but that's all he has to do. Like, don't expect anything more from this Tidehunter.
I mean, yeah, he might not feed as much as last game, but his impact is probably going to be minimal.
All right then, gentlemen, I appreciate the thoughts, but I want to hear one last thought, and it's going to come from Purge with the last word.
Winning Grand Finals is a really tough task at TI, and it's also because you have to change your strategy partway through the Grand Finals as the heroes you get comfortable with get banned out. Liquid has been really doing a great job with TA. It's a hero that they haven't picked a huge amount in the past, at least recently, but during the last stages of the tournament, it's been really effective. But in last game, OG showed that they had a great counter with Ember Spirit, having Tiny on support, and other things like that made effective. And now OG gets to go back to their regular comfort heroes. They've got Enchantress, they've got the Tiny Void combo. Having Grimstroke as the support for Pugna or for No-Tail hasn't really been contested, but still accomplishes what they need. And on the other side, Liquid grabbing Jug, that should give them a strong laning stage and the ability to kills because they can do lots of magic damage. On top of that, they still get Rubik, they still get Tide, and they have the TA, so they can fall back on it. But we'll see if they can still win with the TA either way, despite the enemy picks. With that said, let's throw it over to the casters for game number 3.
Thanks, Purge. Game 3 ready to go between OG and Liquid. Series stands 1-1 at the moment. We're seeing some similarities in the drafts as well as, of course, some little changes and alterations. But still, the biggest thing that I want to talk about, Bob, is Liquid. They're believing in some of the heroes that really did struggle last game. They're sticking with like these Tidehunters, these TAs. Do you like that, or does that sort of maybe scare you a bit in the sense that Liquid running out of options?
I would be a little scared, right? Like, you have to look at this, and they've literally picked Templar Assassin in all the games. And OG, they have to know this is coming. They have heroes that they've been preparing for it, preparing versus as well. And we saw it, how hard they were able to play last game and how fast that pace they were trying to set. That's the one thing that I saw Liquid, they do back away from this game though, right? They didn't go for all greed. They have a Juggernaut who can fight early. They have the Ogre Magi who's a stronger 5 position. And then they have this Rubik that can also make plays around the map. GH, he tried his heart out in the last game as an Enigma, but it is an Enigma. So you're gonna be slower paced because you have to play around your cooldowns. So at least they've addressed that a little bit here on the side of Liquid, but still do have to be a concern for sure, Seb.
Go for a bit of a poke on him, but OG, they have the numbers. They're just going to turn around, look to body block up Miracle. Miracle holding on to the Blade Fury for now. Now Possum's Pip, just before the toss comes into play. We'll get him back underneath the tower, but overall, definitely some things for Liquid to be scared about in the draft. You saw as well, they had to kind of pick their poison right. They had the TA, it was, well, are we gonna lane against a Monkey King from Topson or a Pugna? They opt for the Monkey King ban, but does mean that the Topson Pugna will be there to cause some havoc with the TA in the mid lane. That decrepify in the laning stage each wave is not going to be fun for WeHeart to deal with.
No, it allows you to secure pretty much almost not all the range creep denies, but you get a lot of those range Ana will be able to get himself that ruin.
I'm going to try and abuse the fact that he hasn't got that time warp for quite a long time. I mean, 15 seconds.
He'll be fine.
He's able to get
pressure.
back.
Yeah. Takes a lot of damage, but no tail. Same build as last game. He has the clarities as well as, or the tangles as well as the south. He will sub that up, and there's 2 bounties left.
There is, Liquid will be able to claim theirs up top, but you will imagine that that bottom one will eventually be picked up by OG, so overall getting the 3 of the 4 to start this game off with.
See how these mid creeps. Thompson will be able to get the 1-for-1, so he gets that range creep deny as well, securing his range creep. And as well gonna get maybe another 2 denies as well. Oh my god, 3 denies on the first wave there, and he's braced loser, of course.
Definitely going to be a lane where we are going to have to keep our eyes on, as we could seriously see Thompson break ahead significantly of the CS of Weeha's tier.
And a very interesting starting item. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's a crown.
I like it.
The mid lane, right?
Was it sort of built towards eventually getting what, a Rod of Atos, do you think?
Veil?
Veil? No, Veil, right.
I think Veil is really nice because it gives you that armor that you're lacking as a Pugna when you're playing versus TA.
Yep, very nice. What were your teammates?
Yep.
The Tiny, the Grimstrokes, a lot of magical to offer when you start making those moves that we know that OG is going to want to do after seeing how they played in Game 2.
I mean, it works well with everybody except for the Enchantress, right? Even Void, your time lock is magical. Sure, that's a very slight, but every little type of application.
He's going to have levels in it, so it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Thompson just waiting to try to get all these range. 5 and 6 for the 2-1 of Weeha right now.
Just, I mean, as we're bottom lane.
Kuroko is tanking the
yeah, he should be fine.
Here.
Just doing his job here, trying to make sure that the pressure isn't applied to Miracle.
Yep. I'm mostly gonna be looking at mid, just because I'll be keeping tabs. The more important thing is that my control. Unlike
really one that's going to help him in the lane though. Yep. Not the DD or the illusion that could have maybe helped him get a bit of a catch up in this matchup. It's Thompson just continuing to keep the edge, as this hero matchup is very, very painful to play in the lane for the TA.
Yeah, Weeha just has to be careful how he even controls his side blades, because he just keeps getting all these denies built up onto him there. He'll secure himself one of those range creeps now, but yeah, 8 denies on the Pugna. But bottom we see Sab, he's not able to get the most down here, but he's still putting pressure on. He's got 7 last hits, but look how low he's got Miracle. Actually forcing the Salve, and Kuroki has no regen left either. So no regen on either of them. We see also, he's gone for the point in the enchant this game. In the laning phase, because you're playing versus Bloodlust, you can be able to dispel that one quite easily, and if he gets an option of a decent creep.
I mean, in this lane, is there a chance that Seb can get caught out by a Blade Fury play, or most of the time will Seb just have the heals to stay alive?
He should have more than enough health and more than enough healing. Like the Blade Fury, it's a decent amount of damage if you give enough stuns, but it's just 1 stun from the Fire Blast, which means he's going to be able to get his heal and a Fairy Fire off. So once that heal kicks in, the spin's not enough damage.
Seeing top lane, and able to match the free farm of Miracle down bottom. Both carries getting a good start in their safe lanes.
A couple more denies on Ana. He's already actually used an early courier too. I think Thompson made the call. He's like, I don't really need the courier too early on. You guys could have bring you some regen top, and they did. They brought tangos and clarities, and we will see. Helm of Iron will picked up. He's going straight for that Veil on the Pugna. I mean, it's going to be crazy early how he gets it, because he started with this crown. Very cool approach here coming out from Thompson. And look how tanky he is too. 9 armor. He's next to his tower. He's sitting at 12. So that harassment from Weeha will not be as significant.
Seeing Weeha trying is sort of the best approach he can against the Pugna. Every time the Decrepify is being used, try and closes the gap, gets on top of Thompson, forcing Thompson to sort of stray a little bit back from the creeps. Pressure down on top. Looking for GH. Look at those bashes. Stroke won't hit, so GH will be fine to walk off. Mind control. She's turning and beating down onto No-Tail. In return, as No-Tail will allowed to keep his distance. We'll be able to do so. Mind control, of course, getting good farm up top.
Breaks this out with the gush there.
Mid lane though, Weeha has been caught out by a bit of a move from Jerax. He's trying to switch the Mango in to go for a Mango refraction play, but that 6 seconds far too long. Jerax setting up for Thompson in mid and making sure that mid lane continues to be a nasty place for the Weeha TA to be.
Bounty Rune's going to be spawning as well. Jerax going to try to at least claim 1 for his team here. We'll be able to get one. Miracle will be able to get the other one. It's top.
And Mind Control's able to get behind the tower and get no tower. Push them away, GH.
Oh, he kills it.
He knows that Anna's got the time warp. Doesn't want to let Anna have the chance of going for it. Does mean that Anna has the time to try and turn and chase towards GH. Another gush from Mind Control will be there though. Slows Anna down and GH will be able to walk out alive.
This is where Gyrax now. This is a really important play here. If he can get this set up and kill Weehaw in the mid lane, Weehaw's actually already getting turned with the Veil. Is it enough? Ooh, he's very close. Gyrax is already running over.
Weehaw.
He just used the TP to come back mid.
He's going for the walk back.
Gyrax knows. There's no shrine available top either. It was used already by the side of Liquid.
He's just going to try and get a little bit out of the jungle whilst he has the mana to play around with Refraction and Meld.
There's a glyph available. Thompson and Gyrax are set up. There's a glyph and it's the 5-minute siege wave. So Thompson, he's going to look to just take this mid tower here. GH showing up to try to pull the creep aggro. We'll only get the one creep aggro though for now. So this tower, they will be forced to pop glyph to
They can
defend.
turn towards GH. Gyrax is down the high ground. Fail's going to be out onto GH. Avalanche from Gyrax as we try and close the gap to Crepify into the life drain. He just gets slowly drained down and out. He'll turn with the stick charge and a Fade Bolt. But GH's fate is sealed. Thompson.
Gyrax is still in the area. He has a toss back. He has a dust too, so he's waiting.
Yeah.
Thought maybe he melted there.
Keeping Weehaw away from the lane, away from any chance of finding farm.
I love this, going for this Veil build on Thompson. It's super clever being able to get it so early on. It's just applying so much extra pressure that you normally would not be able to do as a Pugna.
You see, it's still Gyrax just
toying with him.
Stopping Weehaw from getting close. It's going to take a bit of damage. We'll toss Weehaw back into the Ancients. Avalanche as well, and with the Black Dragons beating down on Weehaw, Gyrax is able to trade a good bit of damage.
Might go down here though. GH is walking over, but in the meantime, Anna and No-Tail up top are able to get the kill.
Gyrax is going to go for the TP in that spot. They do not see him. Telekinesis was still unavailable, so they wouldn't have been able to catch him anyway. OG, this mid lane tier 1 tower, they're pushing it down. Thompson's able to play such a fast pace. This versus TM, except that he loves bottom.
Oh my goodness. The neutral creeps actually turned onto him while he was getting impetus. He almost died farming that hard camp.
Oh, Thompson. He's dragged down the tower. Pops and loses spray out. And TP's out of there. Continuing to toy with Liquid, drawing the attention of 4 members of Liquid towards that mid lane. They don't get him. He's out to safety.
And now Miracle, who he's been having a pretty decent time in that bottom lane, 40 and 6. Enchantress has hit 6. Omni.
Feeling that could be a chance to find some action mid lane. The Crepify setups there. Jax is prepared with the dust. Weehaw cannot hide in the shadows. They see him every time, and the tower goes down. 8 minutes in. Top lane Mind Control getting bashed up by Anna and No-Tail. Another time walk available in a second. Seb running himself away from Kura again into the trees. Gets the heal up, but the Omni Slash from Miracle will secure the kill down bottom. At the same time up top, they find eventually Mind Control's ties as they continue the chase. An off-laner for an off-laner.
And they're spamming the taunts because Miracle, he really wanted to hold on to Omni Slash there. He tried to just get the kill with the spin, but it was not enough damage. They're forced to actually throw the Omni Slash to bring down Seb.
And Thompson is just able to pull so much attention towards this mid lane now.
Yeah.
He's feeling strong and confident with the brown boots, Windlace and Veil. He can run around and just be such a nuisance.
And the draft panel mentioned how hard of a tide hunt game it was going to be. He controlled a decent start, but now he is completely shut down as mid.
Gonna get the Inkswell stun onto Weehaw. GH is there to help out. Another blast. Mind Control heading over. He's only level 4 on the tide at this point.
I think they thought he was higher level than that. No-Tail throws the silence on him, but it's only level 4 tide.
And they're going to live drain him down. Slows there with a stroke of fate. We'll be able to crack his shell off, but Jax with pixel perfect body blocking there. Well, I say that, Miracle's going to come over with a Blade Fury. They punish Jax for it. They do lose Mind Control. Support for an off lane. And you're just seeing Liquid, they're having to bring the whole team to mid lane to deal with the shenanigans of this Pugna.
And immediately Miracle is now going to start getting pressured again too. He's even going to dig it from. He just dug in front of him. They're having way too much fun.
He's feeling it, Thompson.
they have Ana free farming top, right? This is a treads into Midas Void, who has pushed the Tidal completely out of lane. And like we said, mind control, he's 1 and 3 in this game
Phantom
again.
Embrace, and that is, it's such a nasty combo to Crepify Phantom Embrace. There is no counter.
There is no counter.
There is no counter.
Well, until later. Then maybe when they get BKBs or something. Yeah.
Oh.
Thompson.
Hey, they may
Get alone.
have overlooked too far this time. They surround him. Thompson will fall, finally. They're able to get that spooky little skeleton boy out of their half of the map. But
look
kill him off.
Look at where it's happening. He forces everybody to go from there, and that just solidifies OG to get 4 bounty runs. It hurts because they lose their core, but in a net worth advantage, that actually favors OG.
Oh, it's a 4K lead at 10 minutes in for OG.
And we talked about Midas's. Midas Void coming out soon. Midas Enchantress is already finished, and they're just looking around to keep the pressure going. Mind control, 1 and 3 in the game again, and his job is not going to get easier.
He's got an inventory. He TP's up top. He's going to look for the set of the toss back. Mind control still has not got that 6 in the Ravage. GH has got his own level 6. Jerix is going to look to set up on him instead. They'll throw it back into the Chrono, catching the 2 of them. OG, they just can't help themselves. They can't.
You can just tell how much fun they're having in the game. Spamming the chat wheel, spamming the losers, running around making kills happen. Where's Weehaw is the question. That's who they want, as they know he's just going to back up in jungle. This is getting pretty out of control already, a 5K advantage. And they're finding Miracle. Thompson is going to get stunned up.
And Miracle, he's got the Flame Fury in the Omni Slash to play around with. Soulbline's going to lock the 2 of them down together as No-Tails looking to turn, moves in with the Eagle this time. The Ravage comes out, but they've already lost the 2 of them. They'll get No-Tail in response. But now OG, they can turn and collapse onto mind control, surrounding the Tide. Jerix and Thompson said they're not going to stop chasing this. A trap slow will come out. It doesn't matter. Thompson, another Decrepify blast, secures him the triple kill.
He's going for another.
They're not done yet, OG. He's got the stolen ink swell. They'll keep their distance. Jerix closes the gap. GH is enchanted, taken out. Ultra kill for Thompson. 11 minutes in. There is nothing that can stop this man.
This is just getting so out of control. It's just, look at the net worths. They almost have 4 of the 5 top net worths in the game. Miracle has no place to go in the game. He's running around trying to salvage the problems that are happening absolutely everywhere in the game because he's level 7 is Jug. But look at this hero damage. It's 12 minutes in and he has 10,000 hero damage.
Absolutely. You know, this is just numbers that are unheard of this early on in the game. The Thompson Pugner, I mean, they took their chances, right, as we said in the draft.
Pick your poison.
Badman, the Monkey King, the Thompson Pugner was always going to be left in. They've got to kill him. They've got to do something about it. They'll surround him. They've got the Blade Fury. They have got the stun. Thompson falling low. Put the stick charge. Trying to stab the life driver. They kill him off. Kill him. Quick, can they get more? The rest of OG have turned up. They'll focus down Miracle. Ana, he's coming in with the wraparound, and Ana, he's nearly got the Chronosphere back online. They could have to be a little careful how they approach this. Jerix forcing Weehaw away from the rest of his team. Miracle, he's trying to run. Chrono's going to be back up in 5 seconds. Quick tread switch and a time walk forward from Ana allows him to close the gap. If he wants to pop the Chrono for this, he put the 3 heroes. He's thinking about it. The Shrine has been used. They're healing up. Ana trying to find the perfect angle. No-Tails coming in with the wraparound. Mind control back in. No Ravage though. Toss over, keeping them bunched together. Ana, he's still trying to see if he can find that perfect opportunity. He may not even need it. The Phantom Embrace. It's on mind control. The output of the damage from Seb's impetus is too much for mind control to withstand. The catch. They'll get Miracle separated. He's shut down, silenced up. He did get the Blade Fury off, but the Soul's mind control with the impetus is far too much for him to deal with. As OG.
Oh my god, they keep looking for more.
They're just giving us the repeat of game 2.
In the same exact area, at the same exact time too. It's like 12 minutes in. 10 heroes gathered around the Ancients areas. Weehaw's like, okay, well, I can't really fight this. I have to find my own time. Weehaw's actually going to go for a Blink Dagger to try to match and be able to fight and be able to respond to OG's aggression.
Look at the drag. Onto Jerix with that telekinesis, but again, OG, they just have the numbers here. Liquid are not ready to take these fights.
This is just an absolute dismantling coming up. OG, they're not giving them any room at all. And it's not this time like they have all these long duration ultimates. They're just punishing them for everything. The Jug pick, he's not really farming at all. Weehaw either. Everybody on the side of OG is farming perfectly fine, and they have minuses.
I mean, Miracle. He walks into lane. He nearly dies immediately to the combo. The control on Thompson. Again, the threat. The full line outlook for Jerix takes him out. Mind control. Pulse the Ravage. Have they got the damage to finish these 2 off? Thompson still alive. He's able as it's now a 10k lead, 3 dead on Liquid. So again, OG will be able to reset, get those bounty rings if they want. They may just keep the pressure on A&A. Down bottom, he's trying to go head-to-head with Weeha. That's the one bash.
There's more support coming in though. Jerax as well as No-Tail are in the area. Weeha will get spooked and push back.
And look at that, just
it's a 10,000 gold lead. The experience is even 10,000. What are these? Look at these hero levels. Thompson 13, Seb 12, Weeha's 11, but then look at this, it's all of OG at the top of the board there with the levels, with the gold, with everything. So on this game, they are just dictating the pace and giving no room to Liquid. All the moves are on their side of the map. Liquid, even if they do get some kills, it's all the way pushed back on their side already.
And you really just have to admire this sort of domination. This isn't some sort of slow-paced farming beatdown. It's not this 5-man push. It's just the want to fight, the coordination from OG, the team play, and the lineup that they have is working so beautifully against Liquid in Game 3, just as it did in Game 2. And it's leaving Liquid no chance to really turn things around. He's got the Blink Dagger. But going for that blink first means that he doesn't have sort of that damage out, but the fight is being brought to him. And with the blink, if he turns and hits, he's not going to hit hard enough.
I think he's trying to, just like I was saying before, he's trying to make up for the fact that they have nobody else who can really match this fighting pace of OG, but it's a TA into a tough draft that he's against. They expect this Templar Assassin to be coming out, and they've been countering it time and time again, and all these heroes just deal with it incredibly well.
I mean, sorry, who do you go on as this TA? There's an Untouchable Enchantress, there's a Pugna with Decrepify, there's a Void with Time Warp, there's Phantom Embraces, they just have all the answers, OG.
And OG's, look, A&A is pushing bottom by himself, while in the mid lane, they're taking that tower as well. Weeha is jungling the enemy jungle. This has gotten completely out of hand. OG just, it looks like they have Liquid's notebook and they're just looking through and they're like, oh, this is where they're going to be next. This is what they're going to do next. They just have a perfect read of what Liquid's trying to do in the game.
And Dagger and Thompson now on top of her. Of course, it's already very stacked item build of Veil and Ether Lens.
They might just
17 minutes in.
Thompson's just going to start poking high ground. He's got an Arcane Rune with his Nether Blasts. He's got the Aether Lens, yeah, like you said. And yeah, tier 3s are going to start getting poked 17 minutes. We are nearly approaching a 1,000 gold per minute lead too for the side of OG with this type of draft.
And Liquid, they're going to try their best to push this away. OG, they have Chronosphere.
Liquid's wrapping around. They've got a smoke. They've got the Ravage.
Tower is under attack.
And they catch OG here. Jerax is the one standing up toward the front lines, waiting to see if something does happen. Tower's already dead. They're already working on their axes.
And if Liquid's gonna make a move, they're gonna make it soon, but they're not gonna get the chance to. Jerax jumps in on top of mind control. Phantom Embrace upon him. No chance for a Ravage, but he's back immediately.
They know the only way that they can get caught is if it's from a wraparound. Jerax just waiting there in position. They even have an ops. They even put down a sentry to take out Liquid's vision too. Liquid has no vision of these backlines now.
And they're taking the ranks. 18 minutes in.
My God. This is unbelievable.
2 games in a row, but OG is just giving us the showcase of their lifetime.
It's been like 6 or 7 minutes since Liquid has been able to even find a kill. It's been GH has been the one getting them, but it's not even these big ones because, like we said, they can't even get aggressive onto the map at all. As Seb just continues to stand in the base. He's a bit far forward here.
Look at the multicast. Banner's going to come in with a backup. They Decrepify, keeping Seb safe. They'll pop Liquid Ravage. They're trying to get on top of at least someone. They'll find No-Tail. Anna's surrounded. He still has the goal. He gets the 3 of them. Thompson's able to turn with the light train. Miracle there. Mind control walks back into the corner, making it a beautiful 4-man double kill for Thompson. He'll start to run them down one by one, pushing Liquid back towards the fountain. Mind control. It's a dieback effectively. No buyback available. Still on cooldown for 6 minutes.
They're just playing on a totally another level right now. The way they're taking the fights, even the little things. The Omni Slash comes out on the Enchantress. Ana jumps into, tanks it, and then pulls the Omni Slash into his team. So Miracle gets put in a really awkward position, gets caught in the chrono, and like you said too, the toss into the chrono. I've seen them do this like 4 times in the last game, or in this last game already. And Thompson just continuing to reign supreme in the game. He's constantly looking for these aggressive plays.
Ooh, quick blink out from Weeha will mean that he won't die this time. But can they come back in this game? Liquid down 15k net worth, down a full set of racks before the 20-minute mark, 25-8 in favor of OG.
16,000 gold lead. They're going to get themselves at least 3 bounties, over 10,000 experience lead, and that Dota Plus does say the 99% right now. So only a 1% right now for Liquid. It does feel like that as well.
They get the play here off in time.
They actually get
it down. We are able to get in with the blink mail. And they get more out of this no-tail. Will pick up the rune. Has Thompson by his side, but Liquid they're chasing. They'll look to move on to the high ground. Turn around there. Jackson in with the combo. The healing wall. It's not enough to keep Miracle alive. Miracle's dead for over a minute as OG. They can now go back to chasing for more. GH tries for the TP out. Seth finds him. Doesn't get enough damage in time. GH will escape. Decrepifies there. Liquid, they do get in. Take down a second as they'll find those down with a toss back. Avalanche for Jarek. Catches the two of them. He's got the invis. They don't have detection. Got AoE.
Soon with the refraction.
We'll let him be. He's going to be able to blink, or is he? He's not going to be able to blink. He's not going to be able to blink. Thompson.
The ward is down. He popped the fraction. He got hit by the damage. He can't actually blink. Gets put back on the cooldown immediately. My God, these fights. I mean,
look at the tie. Thompson 17-2 and 7.
17-2 and 7.
He's making this look like the easiest game of his life. He really is.
Yeah, he really is. It's hard to even like point out all the other things, like how well Jerax is playing as well in this game. Just always being in the right place, getting these incredible toss combos. Because Thompson, like you said, has 17 kills at the 21-minute mark.
He's been involved in 24 of the 28. Thompson, he really is. He's the mid that everybody wants on their team. This is the pinnacle of the Dota 2 mid player.
Especially for the carry player. Any carry looks at this and they're like, wow, I wish my mid player would go around killing everybody every 5 seconds. It's looking pretty out of control here as it's a 19,000 gold lead and they just keep this aggression. Liquid just can't even get their lanes pushed out in this game.
Radiant's top tower is under
All
attack.
stacked up outside the base. OG keeping them trapped inside of there. They have everything ready. They have all their tools available to fight.
They've got a rod of Atos on the set now as well. Control, find the jump in with the Ravage. We has it as well. Do they have the damage out in time? They do. They kill on Thompson. There's a lot of money going the way of Kuroki though. Can they get more out of this? Omni starts bouncing around Jarek. A buyback comes out for Thompson. He wants to rejoin the fight. As OG turns, they'll get one. There's the setup again. Anna with a 3-man chrono catches them all. Double kill for Anna. The toss up disable. Taking down Miracle. The Phantom embraces Onker. They chase him up to the base. Triple kill for Anna. 2 buybacks to come out from Liquid. But no Tide or Juggernaut available to offer their services for this defense.
And they've already used everything. The Tidehunter Ravage, Jug Omni. I actually think Mind Control may have sold some of his items just to be able to purchase that Blink Dagger for the fight. And even then, they can't even come close to coming out ahead of it.
I mean, they got Thompson.
They got him, but he's back.
That was it. They'll get another jump in. Mind Control trying to commit. Jarek just turns with the toss avalanche combo. Mind Control out of the game once more. We are trying to jump in, find at least Thompson, but he's not going to get it. OG surround and outnumber them. A toss up, so back to the grave. GH is dead. GG is called. OG take game 3, and Derek said even in a more devastating fashion than game 2. It didn't look like it could get any worse for Liquid after that second game, but I think it just did.
I think they have to find a different type of draft. I don't think the Tidehunter plus the Templar Assassin can work when you're playing versus OG. They seem to just know exactly what they want to do versus